Hey everybody, welcome back to Ryan's Randoms. It's been a little bit since we got a video uploaded, so I'm gonna get one going here with my daughter. We've had kind of a lot going on here the last few weeks, so trying to get back into this a little bit. You guys have seen my son Liam, so this time I'm doing one with my daughter Ariana.
Hey guys!
Today what we thought we would do is kind of an everyday carry EDC for teenagers, more specifically in this case, a teenage girl. So you guys have seen my EDC carry case, all the items that are in it. So thought we'd kind of do one a little bit on what teenagers and maybe even some kids should be carrying. Some of the stuff in here again, like mine, is going to be fluid. It's going to change as she uses it. As the seasons go, as her needs grow and stuff too. So without further ado, we're just going to jump right into it. We're going to start here with this pack. This here is just kind of one of those sling pouches. Right now it's still folded up. Um, but I've seen a lot of teenagers carrying these kind of over the shoulder sling packs. Relatively inexpensive, but it gets the job done. It's got a few pockets to hold stuff in. So like I said, relatively inexpensive. I think it's $9 at Walmart. So serves a purpose for especially teenagers. We all know how rough they can be on things. So probably gonna need to be replaced before too long. Might get a year or so out of it, but again, pretty inexpensive. So um, the front pouch, I'm going to let her go over because it's more specific to girls. So it's just kind of again certain items that are going to be in here. So
So, since this is more specific to girls, we have our monthly dues that occur. It's you just keep your basic needs in there. I think it's much easier to stick tampons than pads. Tampons are smaller, easier to carry around, and much easier to dispose of than a pad is. However, that is the girl's preference. I just know that I prefer tampons for reasons as I stated. So I just stuck the basic tampons in there. Nothing too fancy.
so now we're going to jump into the kind of main compartment. There's a smaller zipper section in the back. We ended up not having to put anything in that. So the bulk of everything else is going to be on the inside here. Um, so we'll kind of jump in here. This is just a simple kind of first aid kit. Again, it was maybe a couple bucks at Walmart. It's a good little starter kit. I think it's good for teenagers or kids, things like that, to have some sort of first aid on them. It's about as basic as it gets. There's a few band-aids and stuff in here, some sterile wipes, things like that. But it'll do in a pinch if they need it. Something happens. So just a relatively inexpensive kit. You can add to this, get a different kit all together. But I figure this is a good starter to get this set going. And then to go with that too, just some Advil, ibuprofen. Again, depends on your preference. Some prefer Tylenol over ibuprofen. It just depends. I know hers, she prefers the ibuprofen. So we got this little to-go kit here. I think it's got 8 capsules in it, so it won't last too long. But again, pretty fluid. As she uses it, we can just replace it and make sure she's got plenty of stock in there.
Also in here we've got pepper spray. This helps out in a lot of different situations. I know as a teenage girl we ran into a lot of situations, but I know the boys also have occurrences where this can come in very handy. Just be cautious with these. Very small, very easy to stick away.
I would highly recommend for any kind of teenage or kids kit that you're going to put together. Of course, teach them the safeties of it, how to use it properly. Make sure they understand that it is a pretty dangerous thing, but it's sometimes necessary in the world we live in. So certainly would recommend having that in just about every one of your kits for your kids or teenagers. To kind of go along with the safety aspect of it too, I did put a whistle in here. Just your basic, almost like referees, coach type whistle, um, for obvious reasons. Should something happen, she gets in a situation where she needs it. Um, Obviously that loud noise to alert people something's going on, but also it's a deterrent factor as well. As soon as you start making loud noises, if there's a perpetrator or something like that, somebody trying to attack you, a lot of times those loud noises will deter you. But if nothing else, it'll draw the attention of pretty much anybody within earshot. So definitely something like that for safety as well.
So to kind of go along with that pepper spray, we have a multi-tool right here. It's got what,
I think
six
it's a
to
6 or 7 in one.
yeah, 6 or 7. Actually, I'll pass that over to you to go over.
Okay. So this is one of those items that you may or may not want to include in your teenager or your kid's kit. Again, if you do, certainly go over the different safety concerns with it being a pocket knife, but it does come in handy for any sort of any number of things. This one here is kind of nice and small. It's compact, so it'll fit in here. Of course, if you do have something like this in one of these kits, obviously not going to be able to stick it in their backpack, take it into school with them because of this, this knife being in here. Um, but especially for a 16-year-old who's just starting out driving, it'd be good to keep this in the car so they've always got these items in there with them. So keep that in mind though if you are putting together a kit like this. Don't just throw a pocket knife or something like this in here with it. Stick it in the kid's backpack because it's probably the last thing any of us need is getting that phone call from our school about it, our kids having a knife in school. So, but it's nice and small. It's compact. It's a 7 in 1, so it's just got several different features with it that we like. It's got your typical just real small tweezers or scissors, a nail file, and just a small blade. Um, Actually, very small, but could serve its purpose. If you need to cut a package open or something like that. So, um, what I like about this one though is it's got a few different things in it, and the one end of it here. Of course, I don't have fingernails to get it out, but it's a little plastic toothpick that you could have, and then on the other side, this is kind of neat too. It's just they slide right into the end of it, but they're little tweezers. Might be hard to see that from there, but they're very small. I like them because they're very pointed. You guys have seen, like I said, in my EDC kit, I've got tweezers separated out, but for this here being, for more kind of teenagers on the go, I like that this little knife had those built-in tweezers with it. Something small, could do in a pinch, no pun intended. Uh, so that's that. Again, personal preference whether you want to include one of these in your teens or your kids' kit, but um, for her, she's been raised around knives and all that stuff, hunting, camping, fishing, all that type of stuff her whole life. So she's very aware of the safety aspects of it, and I trust her with something like this in her pack.
Yes. We also included in here just kind of basic, like you said, keep in the car, even your backpack. I know that I carry one with me everywhere I go. I have one that stays in my backpack. I have one that stays in my purse. A portable charger. These are very, very handy. I know that there's actually instances where I needed my phone, it was dying, needed to charge it. I know that a lot of teenagers probably use it just to charge their phone throughout the day, but for me, it has actually helped me in many instances where I needed my phone. So it comes very handy. Do got to keep up with keeping it charged though, but just keeping the basic small portable charger and charger with you at all times really helps out with that.
The last thing here that I've got in this kit is just a small flashlight. Um, Again, I've got one of these in my kit. I've got it in just about every kit, every bag that I've got. Um, you never know when you're going to need a flashlight. Uh, could be something as simple as, she's getting home late from, school function or something and having trouble getting her keys out and the porch light's not on or something. You just pull the flashlight out and be able to find your keys, get into the house, whatever you need. Um, but again, it comes in handy too if you're in a little bit more of an extreme situation. So you can never go wrong with a small little flashlight. This one here is pretty inexpensive too. I think it was $8 or $9 at I think Walmart is where we got this one. So again, real small, real inexpensive, fits nicely in this kit. So guys, and that is it for this kit. Just wanted to do a quick little video, introduce you to Ariana, and show you, her setup. Again, it's fluid. It'll change. We may add some stuff to it as her needs progress, or we may change some of the stuff out, and then again, some of the stuff that she's going to use regularly, we will cycle through and keep adding to it. But we may do an update video on this later on as we add to this kit or change some things around, stuff like that. So certainly beneficial to have a kit like this. I think any kids, especially these days, you know, if they're out riding a bicycle or something, one of these packs is kind of handy. Again, it's just a quick sling pack, throw it over, and then they've got, you know, these items should they need it. They're out riding a bike and the tire goes flat and maybe they pull their cell phone out and trying to call mom or dad and their phone's dead. Well, they've got this in their kit, you know, to charge their phone up real quick, or you know, they've got some sanitary wipes to wipe off a scrape from that happening. You know, there's any number of things, so it certainly comes in handy. So, like I said, just wanted to show you guys what we've done with her kit. Try to give some ideas. If you guys have any suggestions, things you would like to see us add or change to this kit, um, anything you see that you know you've done differently that's kind of worked out, we're certainly open for suggestions. Drop a comment and let us know if there's any other videos you guys would like to see us do. Anything else?
No. Nice talking with you guys.
All right. See you guys on the next one.